Hey, amazing people! Welcome back to Doses of Grace, where we explore God's Word and dive into some of life's most curious mysteries. Today, we're diving into something we all face at one point or another: those awkward, confusing moments when you think someone likes you, but they never say it. And let's be real, rejection is scary. But even in biblical times, people struggled with the fear of rejection. Yup, even the faithful weren't immune to this. So let's uncover 15 subtle signs that someone likes you but is terrified of rejection, with some fun stories, imagination, and of course, Bible verses to guide us. Number 1 sign: they avoid eye contact but glance often. You know that feeling when someone just can't meet your eyes, but the second you look away, you catch them staring? Classic. Imagine being at a church event or a youth group meeting, and every time you glance their way, they're looking everywhere but at you, except when you're not looking. In the Bible, Proverbs 20 verse 12 says, "The hearing ear and the seeing eye, the Lord has made them both." Just like how God notices everything, even the most subtle of glances don't go unnoticed. So, if someone seems to be avoiding eye contact but is checking you out the moment you turn away, that's a big sign. Number 2 sign: they give compliments indirectly. So, let's say you're wearing your favorite jacket. Instead of saying you look amazing in that jacket, they say something like, "That jacket is cool." Okay, but what about me? Indirect compliments are their way of hiding feelings without giving too much away. Think of Jacob in the Bible, who worked for 7 years to marry Rachel, but he didn't just come out and express his deep love from the start. He played the long game. Genesis 29 verse 20 tells us, Jacob served 7 years to get Rachel, but they seemed like only a few days to him because of his love for her. Sometimes, admiration comes out in small, careful compliments. Number 3 sign: they always seek your opinion on personal matters. Alright, this one's interesting. Picture a friend who keeps asking for your opinion on things. Should I change jobs? Do I look good in this outfit? But they never ask the one question you wish they would: how do you feel about me? Think of Ruth asking Naomi's advice about Boaz. Ruth 3 verses 1 to 5. Ruth liked Boaz, but she needed guidance on how to approach him. So when someone likes you but fears rejection, they might seek your advice to get closer to you without making their feelings obvious. Number 4 sign: they find excuses to be around you. Have you ever noticed someone always seems to accidentally show up wherever you are? Like they just happen to run into you at your favorite coffee shop, or they're always the first to volunteer to help with whatever you're doing? This is exactly what we see in the friendship between Jonathan and David. Jonathan admired David so much that he stayed close to him through action rather than words. 1 Samuel 18 verse 1 says, Jonathan became one in spirit with David, and he loved him as himself. If someone's always around, but never confesses how they feel, they might be showing their love in action. Number 5 sign: they engage in playful banter. Who doesn't love a good back-and-forth banter? It's like they tease you about small things, and you just know there's more behind it. It's fun, it's flirty, but they keep their feelings hidden under humor. Proverbs 27 verse 17 says, "As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another." A little teasing could be their way of showing affection while trying not to make things too serious. If someone's always throwing playful jabs, there could be deeper feelings hiding beneath the humor. Number 6 sign: they always give non-romantic gifts. Okay, here's a classic. They give you gifts, but they're safe gifts, like a book you've mentioned, or a new journal to write your thoughts in, but never anything overly romantic. This reminds me of Abigail's gift to David in 1 Samuel 25 verse 18. She admired him but was careful with what she gave to avoid revealing too much. She offered food and provisions, but nothing that would outright show her feelings. Number 7 sign: They hesitate to start deep conversations. Have you ever been with someone who loves chatting about everything, except their feelings? They keep it light but never dive into anything deeper. This is like Moses when God called him to lead the Israelites. Moses hesitated and made excuses, Exodus 4 verse 10. It wasn't that he didn't want to, but he was afraid. Similarly, someone might be afraid to open up, fearing that if they do, they'll face rejection. Number 8 sign. They get jealous of other people's attention towards you. If someone gets a little too salty when you talk about someone else or when they see you with another person, it's a strong sign they like you. They might not admit it, but the jealousy is real. Proverbs 14 verse 30 warns us, "A heart at peace gives life to the body, but envy rots the bones." That jealousy could be eating them up inside, but it's driven by unspoken feelings. Number 9 sign. They are overly polite and formal. Is someone treating you like royalty? Being extra polite, overly formal, like they're walking on eggshells around you. Yeah, they might be trying to keep things way too safe. This reminds me of Boaz with Ruth. He liked her, but his approach was very formal and respectful at first, Ruth 2 verses 8 to 9. His careful distance showed he was interested but afraid of coming on too strong. Number 10 sign. They are supportive but silent about their feelings. Picture someone who's always there to help when you need them. They support you in everything you do, but they never once talk about their feelings. Sound familiar? Esther was willing to risk everything to help her people, yet she was careful and strategic in how she approached the king, Esther 4 verse 16. Some people express their love through silent acts of support. Number 11 sign. They show subtle body language. Body language speaks louder than words sometimes. If someone seems nervous, fidgety, or avoids physical closeness while still wanting to be near you, it's a sign they're hiding something. Song of Solomon 2 verse 9 says, "Look, there he stands behind our wall, gazing through the windows, peering through the lattice." Sometimes people hide behind their own walls, watching from afar, too afraid to step out into the open. Number 12 sign. They rarely initiate conversations but respond quickly. Ever notice someone who never texts first but always responds within seconds when you message them? They're waiting for you to make the first move because they're too scared to start. Like Thomas, who doubted until he had proof. John 20 verses 24 to 29. Some people hesitate and need reassurance before making a move. Number 13 sign. They seem overly protective. If someone's always stepping in to defend you or help with every little thing, that's their way of showing they care while staying behind the scenes. Jonathan was protective of David, going out of his way to keep him safe from his father, King Saul, 1 Samuel 20 verse 42. But did he ever confess how much he admired David? Not really. Number 14 sign. They show mixed signals. Mixed signals are confusing, right? One day they're all over you, and the next they're distant. It's not that they don't like you, they're just afraid of making the wrong move. James 1 verse 8 says, "A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways." Mixed signals could be a sign they're torn between fear and affection. Sign 15. They always seem to be waiting for you to make the first move. And finally, some people will drop hints left and right but never make the first move because they're waiting for you to make it. They'll do everything but say the words. Just like how Peter waited for Jesus to call him out of the boat, Matthew 14 verses 28 to 29, some people wait for a clear sign from you before they take the plunge. So there you have it. 15 subtle signs that someone likes you but hates rejection. If any of these hit close to home, just remember, God knows our hearts and guides us in His timing. Let me know in the comments which signs you've noticed in your own life. And remember, even if someone's afraid of rejection, love always has a way of finding its way through. Until next time, stay blessed and keep shining.
Doses of grace.